My name is Eric Vasquez, and I am the original songwriter and multi-instrumentalist for the TV series Hysteria.
I brought some costume changes. You guys know the Dead Kennedys?
Yeah.
So this is East Bay Ray's jacket. So, I won it at auction. On the inside has kind of like sewed in backstage passes from like the Starwood, like '83. Yeah, so when I was jamming on the project just to get a little inspiration, like when I was playing the guitar, I was like, I can wear this.
My career first started in music in the backyard punk and metal scene of East LA, California. And throughout that time, I played various shows around the San Gabriel Valley. I was from a town called Almani, where there was a big punk and metal scene. Maybe 200-300 kids would show up, every weekend. A very do-it-yourself kind of environment. And eventually, when I turned 18, that's when I was asked to play in a well-known punk metal hardcore band called Dr. No from Oxnard, California. So moving forward in my music journey, I ended up starting to compose and produce music for television and film, in particular NBC Universal. So the network they've been really great, amazing colleagues of mine. We work together all the time, but they know this part of me. They know this history and this background that I have. So when this show was about to go into production, my friend and colleague Charlie Haggard reached out and mentioned this awesome thriller series that revolved around 3 high school teenagers who decide to start a metal band during the satanic panic of the 80s. I jumped on it right away, read the script, ended up having a meeting with Matthew Scott Kane, who is one of the creators of the show and executive producers, along with directors and other leadership teams. They decided that I was the right guy for the gig.
Circle pit, roll a dash, post up, here we go! Hawks up, hair down, thrash dance, let's go! Devil pit, devil horns, devil queen, go, go! Now pray for my forgiveness, but hey!
I was not involved with the rehearsals of the band. That was also done by Kathy Gear and her team in Atlanta. So the kids kind of went through like a school of rock kind of thing, and had their own personal instructors and coaches. So from here in LA, we would ship videos to them or share videos of guitar parts, things of that nature, so that they can then instruct and show the kids how to play their parts as well.
Let's go!
But the team out there has been super amazing, and they were really awesome at really being behind those kids, and really pushing them to perform. And, they killed it. I mean, even Chiara's vocals, she's amazing. The most memorable part of composing, writing, and performing any of these songs was just, again, like reinserting myself back to when I was 16. That was many years ago, and I had a blast. I had a blast touring. It was like so much fun, doing that as a teenager and even into my young adult life. But that was what comes off as most special to me. Well, I mainly collaborated with Jen Malone, who is the music supervisor on the show, and Matthew Kane, who is the executive producer and creator of the show. So Matthew just sort of directed me on the type of vibe he was going for at certain moments in songs. There had to be specific lyric messaging that tied into the script and what was happening on screen. So a lot of the references and just directives came from him, and then I went ahead and translated that into like my own style and what I felt was going to be best for the show. Protoman's Light Up the Night is a really fun and cool song. When they first mentioned it to me, just the idea about kind of putting together a new arrangement and just adapting that, I thought it was super cool. It just has like this really awesome like 80s like throwback feel to it. So my approach on it was, just doing something that felt like raw and felt like punchy and dynamic.
That was a goodie.